tremendous revenue. Can you explain so that we understand what's going on?
The wealth sharing protocol divides the resources found in the south. Divide these resources into half between the government of Southern Sudan and the government of national unity in Khartoum.
That are found in the south.
Everything found in the south.
Right, everything.
The oil, non-oil revenues are shared 50-50. Any oil found in the north takes it 100%. They don't give us even a little.
So they end up with 150%.
Yes.
Of the resources of Sudan.
Yes.
You end up with 50% of your own
of our own resources.
Yes. And the line, and the demarcation line is fluid.
Very fluid. This is why it is not easy to develop Juba, because the 50% which is being given to us is not even certain whether it is really 50% or not, because we have no presence in the oil field, so that we know in each area how many wells are there in that location, and how many barrels are being produced in each well every day. It is one thing that we are not there. Again, when the oil is pumped out, there is the collection point. There are collection points where all the production in all the wells is collected, and then it moves to the next station, up to the terminal in Port Sudan, where it is exported. In all this, we have no presence. Our people are not there.
So no one to verify and validate.
So, again, in the international market where the oil is sold, we have no presence there. Now, at the end of the month, when they come with and give us 1 billion or 100 million or 50 million, and they say this is the 50%. Then I always ask the question, how many barrels are we dividing? What are we talking about? The quantity that has been sold. Which brought this? It is not there. We have to hire now some experts to investigate into this and to go into the oil field to see what we are getting.
So they are now has to hire the experts.
Yes, we have to hire the experts.
UN
we brought in from friendly countries, who, like the Norwegians, for example. We brought them in, and they are now working in that to investigate all these things. So this is why we are always complaining that we are not getting our right share. It has been always our complaint, and we have not resolved it.
When you meet with the president and you have these meetings and you say we want presence in the oil field, what do they say?
They say, okay, we will do it.
Mr. President, China last week announced, or earlier this week announced, that they're sending a special envoy to Sudan, or I believe South Sudan. They are concerned about the appearance that their presence, since they're such a large customer for your oil, may be somehow associated with the situation in Darfur. To what extent are other actors other states, China, the United States, European states, other African states, to what extent do they play a role in these problems that you're having, from the problem of self-determination and defining oil revenues and whatnot in the South, all the way up to the problem of what's going on in Darfur? And to what extent can or should Americans or the United Nations be advocating for third-party participation in these sorts of efforts, or is this something that needs to be entirely sorted out here domestically?
Well, I may not answer really your question correctly, because China is, of course, the one that has been working in the oil field. And it was the one that armed Bashir to fight us. And they were being told by Bashir's government that oil was in the north and that we in the south were not fighting for anything. We fought them because we are people who cannot reason. We just fight for the sake of fighting. After the agreement, there was still, they left Chinese in the darkness. They don't tell them the truth about the oil. The other time I went to Beijing, and I met the president and all the senior officials in the party and in the government. And I was with the Minister of Energy, Dr. Awad Ajas. And I told the Chinese that what Awad tells you is false. It is not true. The oil is not in the north. The oil is in the south. And you must deal with us. You have to reconsider your position which you took during the war. So if they have announced that they were coming, sending a special envoy to Sudan or to southern Sudan, that is okay, because they have sent in delegations. After my visit, they sent very high-level delegations to come to southern Sudan, and they have now opened their consulate here in Juba, where they will have consul general who will liaise with the ambassador in Khartoum, and will keep them always informed about the situation in the south and what is happening. So this is on one side. On our side, we don't have any objection, although they have committed so many atrocities on our people in the oil field. They have displaced people, and they have killed many people.
China.
The Chinese, yes. And of course, by using the government, and they brought in so many helicopter gunships that were being used against the civil population. They have now seen the truth. We are also ready to work with them if they realize that we have the right. Now through their own intelligence, they might have found out the public opinion in southern Sudan, that people of southern Sudan are actually moving towards secession.